Hey everyone, and welcome to another video of Tech Heroes. Today's video is a very important video in my opinion because we're gonna review which 5-star hero should you be working on from the tournament model. It's important because it's a decision that you will make and you are kind of committed for like 3, 4, maybe 5 or 6 months to it to farm up the 5-star hero. So that's why it's pretty important in my opinion. So I'll start off by telling you guys some crucial basics of the 5-star heroes, followed with a review of them. I also gave them a rating on my own, so I will tell you guys how good they are in my opinion. And at the end of the video, I'll also tell you guys which 5-star hero that I'm working on. Alright, so let's start off with the 5-star hero crucial basics. Uh, they does they do not require a faction specific deck. The main reason is that their first talent, they have a first talent called, I think it's called Battle Cry and Protection. Uh, Both of them grants attack or hit points to all of your creatures regardless of the faction. So that's the first thing you have to keep in mind. It's not a faction specific hero. The deciding factor when you choose your 5-star hero that you want to work on is usually gonna be the hero skill and its unique talents. There are some talents that still require some faction specific creatures on the field. For example, Deathless will still require your 3 Mortis on the field. So there is a slight faction specificness in the 5-star hero depending on how you're gonna build your deck and build around your heroes. So we're gonna go into that. Lastly, all factions have their own unique 5-star hero talents. Alright, so we're gonna start off with the Warlock. Quick basics for the less experienced players. What it does, it dispels all negative buffs, status effects on your creature. This also includes hero negative effects such as curse, and it will also heal X amount of percentage of your max hit points. So uh, that's what the skill does. And let's see, I think the hero skill of Warlock is pretty strong at higher levels because at level 1 it only heals 20% of HP, which is like close to nothing. So I definitely think he has a decent skill at higher level but pretty weak at lower levels. His unique human talent is Zero Kelvin and Bone Wall, which is like a mass shield ice shell, yeah, so like a mass frost armor for all your creatures and a mass magic shield for all your creatures. But the downside is that it requires at least 3 human in your graveyard to work, so it's kind of hard to get it to work, so it's not that super good. Overall, my rating for this hero is 7 out of 10. I think he has a good skill, but his unique human talents are kind of a bit on the weaker side if you compare to the Overlord with Deathless and those kind of abilities, but we'll get into that. Right, the next here is Judgement. Uh, what Judgement does is, first of all, his ability lasts for 2 turns. One turn when you're the turn when he triggers, and the second turn is obviously when it's the enemy's turn. What it does is every time a creature of yours take damage, it will recover 200 HP to all your creatures. So let's say a Flame Brave Pyre, I think Pyre 7 hits your creature. All your creatures, and let's say you have 5 creatures, that means all your creatures are gonna heal for 1000 HP each because every time a creature receives a Pyre damage, all creatures get 200 health. So the Pyre 7 hits 5 times because you have 5 creatures, so all creatures will get 5 times plus 200 HP recovery. So it's uh, pretty good if you can get it work. Like there, of course, there's some unlucky times where the enemy has like no or one creature on the field. You're kind of unlucky. But overall judgment, same again. I think very powerful at the higher levels when he can heal more. Somewhat weak at the starting levels though. His unique Feian talent is Lightfoot. It's agile for your whole team. The good upside is that it only requires 2 Fey on the field to use, and it affects your whole team. So if you have 6 creatures on the field and you only need 2 of them to be Fey, and your whole team get a free agile, so that's good. And I give this hero a 8 out of 10 in my opinion. I think this hero is slightly better than Warlock because the healing is a bit similar, but definitely the Lightfoot is much better than the Bone Wall of Warlock because Lightfoot is much easier to use than Bone Wall. Next, the Captivator. What the Captivator does, it's a bit buggy at the moment, but the main thing works, which is it's like a mass discord on all the enemies, regardless if they have immunity or not. So it pretty much gives your whole team one more turn because all of the enemy creatures will be attacking the enemy hero at that turn. It says it attacks the enemy creature, but the game is programmed at the moment that it attacks the enemy hero. So maybe they will change the creature, I'm not sure, but it gives you an extra, basically an extra turn, which is, in my opinion, pretty powerful, especially for level 1, you know. So that's why the Captivator hero skill is very strong at the starting level, and also decent at the higher levels, but her level 1 skill is already very strong. This unique Neander's ability is sharp armor. It's basically spiky bits for your whole team. Very devastating talent if the enemy has any magic. Only downside is hard to use, requires at least 3 neon on the graveyard. But to compensate this, the Captivator can learn the basic skill, Spiky Bits, which is really powerful on its own already. So that's why I think the Captivator is a 9 out of 10 in my opinion. A very strong hero skill at level 1, and everyone hates Spiky Bits. That makes it devastating, and you have one more extra talent for anything you want. Alright, the last here is Overlord. What the Overlord does is it removes the highest costing creature of the enemy graveyard. It's like it explodes him, and then your creatures will gain HP and attack equal to 20% of it. In my opinion, it's a decent skill. Definitely Armageddon is better because Armageddon will reanimate that, but some free-to-play players don't have the luxury to get one. So the Overlord is a decent alternative. So Overlord skill, in my opinion, is decent at all levels. However, his unique Morty talent is extremely powerful because it's deathless. If you haven't fought against deathless before, it grants your whole team the Rebirth 10 ability. If it's deathless 10, it grants your whole team the Rebirth 10 ability if you have 3 or more Mortis on the field. So definitely an extremely and potentially overpowered ability if you can make good use of it. So I give this hero 8 out of 10 because his hero skill is a bit lacking in my opinion, but if you can make good use of the deathless, then he can be very devastating. So it all depends on your need. Another basic question that I get often is should I work on 1 or 2 5-star hero? In my opinion, if your daily tournament credit gained is under 1500 every day, I say go for 1. If it's above 2500 credits, you should go for 2, because if you go for 2 heroes, that the chance that your hero will appear on the mall is 50%, because there's 4 heroes that can appear on the mall, right? And you're gonna go for 2 of them. So on average, every 4 days you can buy 2 of your selected hero shards, and 2 of them will cost you 8,000 credits every 4 days, and you have 10,000. So the other 2,000 you can use it for gems, or it's the extra energy you need. So I think if you have above 2,500, then definitely go for 2. If you have above 3,500, I recommend to go for 2 and plus some gem refreshes whenever You have a decent amount of credit saved up. You can also go for 3, but it's a slower obtain rate if you don't use so many gems to refresh. So and in the end, it all depends what you need. Like everyone's deck is really different. My deck is different than yours, but I know you guys want to know which 5-star hero that I choose. I chose that I will be working on Judgement and Captivator long term. I did not decide to go for the Overlord because Deathless is not. I'm not working a deck around Deathless long term. So like, if I look at the bigger picture, like maybe over 4 or 5 months, I don't think Deathless will fit me good enough in my deck. So those are the heroes I selected. As usual, guys, thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please subscribe, share, and comment. It helps me. I really hope you guys find this video useful. Just comment uh, on it to discuss anything, and I'll catch you guys next time, and thanks for watching.